We're going to start with looking at substitution. Here you're being told what each symbol represents, and this is called substitution because generally there will be a shape in there where you can substitute the number for the shape. For example, we have square add hexagon is 13. We know from the key at the top that the square is worth 2. So 2 add whatever the hexagon is worth gives us 13. We need to find out what the hexagon is worth. We use the inverse operation, so if we know that 2 add something is 13, that means that 13 take away 2 will tell us what that something is, that missing number that's represented by the hexagon. 13 take away 2 is 11, so the hexagon represents 11. Here we have one using division and multiplication as the inverse operation. The star divided by the triangle equals the circle. We know that the triangle is 3 and the circle is 4, so something divided by 3 is 4. What is that something? Again, we can use the inverse operation. We know that if we multiply the two other numbers, circle multiplied by triangle will give us whatever the star is worth. The triangle is 3 and the circle is 4. 3 times 4, that's 12. For some reason, as soon as we start putting letters instead of pictures and symbols, people become more scared of algebra. But it's exactly the same thing at this stage. Again, you have a key at the top. A is 2, B is 3, and C is 4. All you need to do is, whenever you see one of those letters, replace it with the number that it represents. A times by 5 simply means 2 times 5. And this is a good point to get used to some of the conventions of algebra. When we're multiplying a number by a letter in algebra, the convention is to put the number first, and that we don't need the multiplication sign. So where you see 5a together, that simply means 5 multiplied by whatever a is. Remember, number comes before the letter when you're multiplying in algebra. In this case, 5a is 2 times 5, so 5a equals 10. B times by c. Again, we don't need that multiplication symbol, we just need BC together, and that means B times by C. B is worth 3, C is worth 4, so BC is 12. ABC, we're just multiplying each of those numbers together. 2 times 3 times 4. 2 times 3 is 6, times that by 4. ABC is 24. Using the same key as before, 5b, that just means 5 times 3. 5b is 15. AC, that just means 2 times 4. AC equals 8. 5bc, so here we have three numbers we're multiplying together. 5 times b times c. 5 times 3 times 4, and that's 60. And another convention to get used to here, when you're multiplying in algebra, if you have more than one letter, they are generally put in alphabetical order. So even though CB is exactly the same as BC, the convention is to put B before C, because in the alphabet B comes before C. And finally, C squared. If you remember that squared just means times that number by itself, so C represents 4, C times C is the same as 4 times 4. C squared is 16. If you found this video helpful, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel.